Valencia were contenders for Champions League football in the previous seasons, but the Spanish giants have become a broken club, with key players allowed to join regional rivals Villarreal and Ferran Torres leaving for Manchester City for a bargain price. The cutbacks on players' contracts have also started to take their toll, and the team behind the scenes are shambles. Despite keeping hold of some of their better players, the fans are still desperate for change, which is where I come in to take control and rebuild this club. So if you've had the pleasure of seeing one of my rebuilds before, there are a couple of rules we need to go over. The first is the objective, which is to take a team to Champions League glory. Up until that point, all games must be simulated, but we will eventually be playing in the Champions League final. There are no restrictions on the transfer front. They can be as realistic or unrealistic as I want. Keep in mind your favourite player could be sold during this rebuild. If I do, I apologise in advance. Make sure you enjoy the video and stay tuned for the next few. So our first overall looks of the squad, and from what I can see, they've lost quite a huge core of their team. We've still got the likes of Guedes, Gomez and Gaia, as well as Paulista, who'll be pretty decent for us this season. But apart from that, we haven't really done too much going forward. We're going to need to pick up a new centre back. We're also probably going to need to pick up a right back. I'm probably going to go for a formation change as well while we're at it, but I guess I'll bring you guys back when we find out what we want to do with the side. So to kick things off here in the career mode, we have a departure and we have sold Daniel Vass. The Danish fullback is leaving us to join Sevilla for a fee of 20 million euros. So another departure here, guys. We have sold Ruben Sabrino here. The Spanish striker is leaving us to join Braga for a fee of 5 million euros. So I have another departure, guys, and we have decided to sell Jason. The Spanish winger is leaving us and he is joining Ajax for a fee of 12 million euros. So guys, we have signed our brand new centre back. We have decided to sign Gabriel from Arsenal. The Brazilian centre back joins us here at the club for a fee of 32 million euros, which is quite a hefty fee for such, well, I wouldn't say such a low rated, but he's not that high rated. He's only 78 rated and we've had to spend over 32 million on him, so hopefully though he can be an absolute rock at the pack alongside other Gabriel, who's from, I just noticed that we've got two Gabriel Brazilian centre backs who formerly played for Arsenal. Hopefully we'll have that link up and provide some good cover for us in defence. So guys, we have signed our brand new right back. We have signed Gonzalo Montiel. The Argentine right back is joining us here at the club for a fee of £23.5 million, so we've got him on quite the deal compared to what we did with Gabriel. He's valued at 30 million euros. His contract was expiring, which is why we were able to pick him up so cheap, but I'm still surprised we managed to get him for this cheap. This is an absolute steal in my opinion. So I have another departure here, guys. We have decided to sell Kevin Gamero. The French striker is leaving us and he is joining Wolves for a fee of 10 million euros. Another departure here, guys, sees us selling Manu Vallejo. The Spanish striker is leaving us to join Olympique Marseille for a fee of 9 million euros. So guys, we have picked up a brand new midfield signing here. We have decided to sign Sander Berg from Sheffield United. The Norwegian giant joins us here for a fee of 42 million euros, and at 6'5", he is going to be an absolute presence in the midfield. He's going to sit just in front of the defenders and just behind the two other midfielders, and hopefully with him, Gabriel, this should be a winning combination. So in this first window we have spent under 100 million. Just under 100 mil, bringing in Gabriel, Montiel and Sander Berg. Got rid of quite a lot of deadwood in the squad, so pretty happy about that. We're going to need a new centre midfielder and a brand new right winger at some point very soon, but hopefully we can hold out until January until we can make some more business in there. I'll bring you guys back when we are halfway through the season though. So halfway through the season we are sitting in 6th position currently. We are not too far off a Champions League position, but we're going to have to do pretty well in order to gain some momentum back. The likes of Ayabar are ahead of us, which is really weird to see, but we've got a lot of potential still remaining in the squad, and all we really need to do is pick up maybe one new signing and we could be able to push pretty well forward for the remainder of half of the season. So I guess I'll bring you guys back when we do make a brand new signing. So we have got a departure here, guys. We have decided to sell Uros Rasic. We have decided to sell the Serbian and he is leaving to join Hoffenheim for a fee of 25 million euros. So I've got another departure here, guys. We have decided to sell Kangin Lee. We have sold the Korean to Sporting for a fee of 20 million euros. So we have a brand new signing here, guys. We have signed our brand new midfielder. I don't know what is up with the news programme, but it's not popping up as anything big, but it's a huge signing here. We have signed Christopher Nkunku from Leipzig for a fee of €62 million, and the Frenchman is going to be an absolute beast in midfield for us, with a midfield of him, Soler and Sander Berge. Our midfield is looking pretty threatening now for the remainder of this season, so hopefully we can now push a bit further on, and I guess I'll bring you guys back on deadline day. So the arrival of Nkunku being the highlight of our window, the departures of Valencia as well as Lee aren't as major but could be effective in the long run. But this is how our starting 11 is looking now. As you can see, we just really need to improve on the right wing position, and our starting 11 is looking terrifying. We could potentially need to pick up a goalkeeper at some point as well, with Sillison being quite old, but for the remainder of this season, I reckon we could maybe push for Champions League football, but as long as we get European football in general, I'd call it a successful first season in charge here. So unfortunately we were unable to obtain Champions League football here in Season 1, so we will be playing in the Europa League instead. It's still not a bad thing though. We have managed to make some good progress with the squad. I know that we've still got a lot of room to grow with our squad, but we've still got a lot of players that are really doing good. So hopefully with a few new additions to the squad we can push for a Champions League position next season instead. So I guess me and guys back when we are in Season 2. So guys, to kick off Season 2, we have decided to pick up a brand new goalkeeper here. We have signed Thomas Strakosha from Lazio for a fee of €42 million. The Albanian goalkeeper is going to be the successor for Sillison, who we will be looking to sell later on in, well, very shortly in this transfer window. We've also got quite a large amount of money remaining, so we should be able to make a couple of good signings to the squad. So I guess me and guys back when some more business is made. So we do have a departure here now, guys. We have decided to sell Denis Cheryshev here. The Russian is leaving us. I converted him to a right wing to fill in there for us last season, but he's leaving to join Aston Villa for a fee of €14 million. So we have got an absolutely huge signing coming into the club here, guys. We have signed Gabriel Jesus from Man City. The Brazilian striker joins us here at the club for a fee of €90 million, which is an absolutely massive fee. We are going to be looking to shipping off Maxi Gomez. I was looking at Jesus and thinking, while we had the funds, we should probably go with a better striker. Hopefully with the funds we get from Maxi Gomez we'll be able to pick up a decent right winger as well, so hopefully with that we should be able to push for Champions League football this season. So I've departed here, guys. We have decided to sell our Italian right back Cristiano Piccini here. He is leaving us to join Leverkusen for a fee of €7 million. So as we signed Jesus from Man City have come in and signed Maxi Gomez from us. I mean, I'm not too bothered because obviously we're selling, but we only managed to acquire 58 million for him. We were not able to push for much more than that, but that's still a pretty decent fee and should give us plenty of budget in order to push for a brand new right winger. So we've also decided to sell Jasper Cillison now, and he's going to Lazio. So we've just been doing straight swaps basically. We have sold him to Lazio where we signed Strakosha, and he is leaving us and he is joining us for a fee of €14 million. So we have got our man, we have signed our brand new right winger. We have signed Marco Asensio here from Real Madrid. The Spanish winger is a left winger, but we are going to be converting him to right wing, which is his secondary position. So hopefully it should be good cutting in from that right flank and hopefully provide us with some goals and assists this season. I can't tell if this is impressive or not, but we've spent exactly 200 million. Like, that's a very high fee, but to spend exactly 200 million, that is pretty cool, I guess. We have got rid of 93 mils worth of players though, but honestly, with the side we have now, the addition of Strakosha, Jesus and Asensio are all pretty huge. As you can see though, guys, we are probably going to need the likes of Nkunku, Soler, Montiel and Gabriel to grow a bit more this season, or else they're going to be left behind. Sanderberg, he's a little bit ahead of him, so he's going to potentially keep on growing as well. We're probably going to need to pick up a centre back for Paulista, because he's obviously getting to that age now where he's going to start declining soonish, I reckon. Gabriel may also need to be replaced next season if he doesn't grow enough this season, but hopefully we won't have to replace any of the players. But I guess I'll bring you guys back when we are halfway through the season. So halfway through the season, we have had a massive improvement on last season. We're currently sitting in third. We are in the same goal difference as fourth and only 2 points ahead of fifth, so we're not clear, but we are definitely pushing for Champions League football like a plan. Hopefully the squad can continue growing, and with that growth the squad should be able to push on for the remainder of the second half of the season. So now that we are in January, I'll bring you guys back if we do make any business, but if not, I'll bring you guys back on deadline day. So I've decided to pick ourselves up a brand new backup midfielder here. We have decided to sign Yves Bissouma here from Brighton. The Malian midfielder joins us here at the club for a fee of £16.5 million, which is a cut price compared to his value. So I'm really happy with this signing and hopefully he can provide some decent backup if ever needed. Bissouma being the only piece of business in this January transfer window leads to a pretty inactive window. But regardless, our starting 11 is starting to look really strong. Once again, we just need the likes of Gabriel and Nkunku to continue growing. Like I said, Paulista will probably be replaced next season. We could do with Valencia growing because he's matched out with his potential. So we really just need him to get in some good form and overtake it. But the likes of Montiel and Soler, they're going to both keep growing. Guy is now at 90, Guedes is at an 88. But I know how good he is from the Monaco rebuild, so Jesus is also an 87 now, so we could potentially have a lot of people hitting high ratings by the end of the season. We just really need to focus on maintaining a Champions League position. So I guess meeting you guys back at the end of the season. So we managed to keep our position and hold on to Champions League football. We have finished in third, so we have definitely got Champions League football. We finished ahead of Barcelona, which is kind of cool, I guess, but the starting 11 is pretty decent now. All we really need to do now is focus on pushing deep into the Champions League with a few new additions. I reckon we should do pretty well. We'll probably need a couple of centre backs really, because Gabriel haven't grown as much as I like, so we'll be looking to ship them off next season and potentially bring in some world class centre backs. So I guess I'm meeting guys back at the start of season 3. So we have gone ahead and sold Gabriel Paulista. It's kind of a controversial place for him to go, but he's gone to Chelsea, which obviously rivals of London from his former club Arsenal. But he's left us for a fee of €70 million, and for a 31-year-old centre-back, that's a pretty impressive fee. With that deal going through, it does allow us to pick up an absolutely world-class centre-back, and I'll bring you guys back when we have picked him up. So guys, we have picked up an absolutely world-class centre-back here. I have signed Matheus de Ligt from Piemonte Calcio for a fee of €170 million. The Dutch defender joins us here to partner alongside Gabriel. We've had to pull out a lot of money for him, but I'm hoping he'll just be the centre back that we need to push for the Champions League this season. So guys, we have signed a brand new backup striker here in the form of Alexander Sørloth, the Norwegian striker, who once again is a giant like our other Norwegian. Joins us here at the club for a fee of €30 million from RB Leipzig, and he should provide some epic support behind Gabriel Jesus. So we have spent €200 million in this transfer window yet again, same as last season, and we have sold Paulista and brought in de Ligt and Sørloth to replace them. This is how our starting 11 is looking. As you can see, we are strong in some areas. We just need the likes of Gabriel, Asensio, Soler and Nkunku to grow. But we've now got Gaia. Wait, Gaia was a 90 last season as well. Yeah, Gaia's in the 90s, but we've also got Guedes an 89 now. Jesus, Berg, de Ligt, Strukosh all at 88, so could potentially be hitting a few more 90s by January. So I guess we'll bring you guys back when we have got our group stage. So I'm pretty sure you could consider this the group of death. We've got ourselves, Leipzig, Arsenal and Celtic all gunning for trying to get something out of this group. As you can see, it's a very difficult group. I'm not too sure. I can probably see us getting through. I don't know whether first or second, but maybe Arsenal I'd probably assume would go through as well, but I don't know yet. So I guess I'm meeting you guys back when we have got the results. So we end up finishing in second, and we were really close. There was only 2 points between us and Leipzig, and us and Arsenal were both on the same points, but they beat us on goal difference. Wait, what? We have a better goal difference than them. How have they? You know what? It's fine. Maybe it was down to head-to-head record, but we've gone through. That's all really matters. And we've been drawn against Liverpool. That is not going to be an easy game for us. We're going to have to do a lot in that. But I guess I'll bring you guys back when we are halfway through the season. So on a better note, we are currently sitting in first, so we are winning La Liga, which puts us in a good position. Next season, we just need to focus on getting Champions League football for next season. That's our main focus here, because with Liverpool as our first opponent, that could actually harm our chances of progressing. But I've still got some faith in us, and hopefully the team will repay that faith by getting us some results. I will probably be looking to bring in somebody in this January just to help strengthen the squad out a bit. So I guess I'll bring you guys back when we do some business. So guys, I've decided to pick up a brand new winger for our backup because we only had Geddes and Asensio. So we have decided to pick up Daniel Perez here. He is joining us here from us for a fee of 25 million euros. So the arrival of Perez being the only piece of business we do in this window leaves the squad looking the same as it was going into the season. As you can see though now, Geddes, Berg, De Ligt and Gaia all at least 90. Jesus an 89, Strakosha at an 88, Montiel an 89. Their only real letdown is Soler and Kunku on the best. I really expected him to be higher by now. Asensio was out, I saw when I loaded him that he was out for 3 months, so that has definitely stunted his growth a bit. Gabriel, he's grown twice, but still not as high as I'd have liked, so it's going to be a very difficult chance, and we're going to have to do really well if we want a chance of winning the Champions League. So I guess I'll bring you guys back when we have got the first game against Liverpool. So we have got the first leg here. It is the home leg, which is a bit unfortunate. I'd much rather have the away leg so we can put the pressure on them in the first leg, but as you can see, Liverpool's side is strong like it is in basically every career mode. Let's just hope we can at least grab a goal. Ooh, let's go! A 2-1 win, that is very good. Obviously they've got a away goal which is not the best, but we're going into the away leg leading, so if we grab a 1 goal then Liverpool are going to be in a really difficult place. So we are travelling to Anfield for the second leg here, and we have a 2-1 advantage going into this game. Liverpool have an away goal, however I can still see us potentially going through. All we really need to do is avoid conceding and we're through. And we come away with a 3-1 win. That is perfect. Did Jesus get that? Carl Soler does pick up a slight injury and Geddes picks up a yellow card. Hopefully that doesn't mean that the two are both out for the next leg, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. But as it stands, we are moving through to the next leg. So we're in the quarter-finals here. We have been drawn up against Ajax, who are a good side, but we realistically should not be losing to them, and this should be pretty good for us. It's pretty good that the likes of Manchester United and Bayern are facing off, and Manchester City and Chelsea, because those are what I would consider the more powerful teams in the tournament remaining. Obviously, Atletico Madrid are really good, but we've managed to beat them in the league a few times, so I reckon we could potentially pull a win against them. But just the fact of getting only 2 of those were a pretty good advantage for us and potential for us to push deeper into the Champions League. So I guess bringing you guys back when we are at the first leg of the Ajax game. So we've got our first leg here against Ajax. It is the away leg first, which puts me in a lot of a better mood. We just really need to grab around 2 away goals, and that should be enough to help us see it through to the next round. We actually pick up a 1-0 loss. That's actually, we had 6 shots and we failed to score. That is pretty poor, but we've got a lot of work to do with the second leg now. So we have got the second leg here. We have got the home leg now. We are currently losing 1-0. So we really need to avoid conceding early. We need to score early as well if we want a chance of getting through. Come on, lads. We pick up a 3-1 win. That is just enough to see us through to the next round. Geddes picking up the goal that puts us through in the 83rd minute. We grabbed an early goal. Jesus got sent off. That's not too good. That means we're going to be without him in the next leg for the first game. So yeah, I guess I'll bring you guys back when we find out who our next opponent is. So we've been drawn up against Manchester City here in the first leg of the semi-finals. Manchester United versus Atletico Madrid is the other semi-finals, so those will be one of our potential opponents if we get through this round. Man City are a very strong side, so it's going to be a very difficult game. Obviously we're without Jesus for a minimum the first leg as well, so we're going to be without our striker, but hopefully Solov can fill in nicely. But I guess I'll bring you guys back when we have got the first leg. So we have the first leg here against Manchester City. Obviously Jesus is out with us through suspension, so Solov will be filling in his place. Man City obviously got Gomez up front, who we used to have, but Man City's side is very strong. Why are we going against? Obviously it's the Champions League, we're going to come up against strong sides, but as long as we can hold them out, I reckon we can do pretty well. We get a 1-1 draw, so obviously not the best result, but also not the worst result by a long shot. They've also got an away goal, which isn't nice, but we should It's still an open game in my opinion, so we'll just have to see how we do in the second leg. So we have the second leg here against Manchester City, and with the 1-1 draw in the first leg leaving us an open game, then we could really just do with grabbing an early goal to get through. And we win on penalties. Oh, I mean, I'm glad we've gone through, but I would have liked a bit more of a secure game in case he scores for us. And so him coming back into the side was actually crucial, but I'm really glad that we've actually gone through, because this means, wait, that means we're in the final. I didn't think about that. So we're in the Champions League final now in season 3. Get in. So the Champions League final for the 2023 will be between ourselves and Manchester United. So this should be a very interesting game, because Man United obviously rivals of Manchester City, and we managed to knock out Man City, so it should be a really good game. See if we can beat both Manchester teams in this competition. But I guess I'll bring you guys back when we are just at the end of the season. So guys, we have gone ahead and managed to win the league, so we are now champions of Spain, and realistically now we should be pushing for Champions League as well, so this will be a very, very successful season for us. So unfortunately there will be no treble for us, as we did lose out the Copa de España in the final here to Atletico Madrid. So here's our final overlook of the squad, and you can probably tell that this isn't our strongest side that we've ever made. However, it's also not the weakest, so we've got a lot of good players in the likes of De Ligt, Gaia, Jesus, Guedes, Sanderberg, but there isn't really that much depth. Like, we've got some okay depth, but not too much. Guedes obviously a 91. Asensio unfortunately didn't grow as much as I wanted, so we will be looking to replace them if we don't win it this season, but hopefully it won't come to that. So I guess I will bring you guys back when we are in the Champions League final. So Man United are kicking off this Champions League final. As you can see, they have got a pretty strong side. We've got to try and contain Bruno Fernandes and Martial and Marcus Rashford. But other than that, as long as we can get through their defence, which isn't the quickest, with the legs of Jesus, that shouldn't be too hard. But I guess I will bring you guys back if something interesting happens. Wan-Bissaka with a chance with the ball down here out of the wing. There's Brozovic running into the box. Where's the defence? And it's an early goal from Man United. That is awful defending from us there. We just allowed him to get through so easily. Oh, that's such poor defending. He just simply runs through our team. Nobody puts in a challenge. Why is no one putting a challenge there? But what happened to Strakosha? Did he just... Oh, he got megged. Nice. Sanderberg. So wide, here's Montiel. He grabs in. He drills one in for Jesus. And there's the equaliser. Man U not ahead for too long. And Jesus puts in a venomous volley past David De Gea to put us back in the game. So lovely ball in from Montiel. Perfectly on a plate. And Jesus with the acrobatic finish. So low with the ball here. So lovely ball played through. If Jesus can get to it, he can. He's in. And he scored. He's made it 2-1. We've managed to turn this game around now. Only 10 minutes after Man U score and we go up now. So lovely ball through from Salah, and Jesus did extremely well to get on the end of it. And it's a lovely goal in general. Just manages to beat Wan-Bissaka to it, and then just De Gea left so much of his net open. It was a simple finish for Jesus. Played to Sanderberg. I wanted that to Jesus, but we've still managed to keep it alive here with Guedes. Ball played in. It's a lovely pass. Oh! It's a good block from Telles. That lead into this corner. Guedes is going to whip it in. It's Gabriel. And we've managed to get a penalty. This is very hectic section right here. Marcus Rashford gives away a penalty here. What is it for? Was it for handball maybe? For Jesus' hat-trick, he's taking a penalty. And he slots it away perfectly. David De Gea dives the complete wrong way. And Jesus has a Champions League hat-trick. Champions League final hat-trick. Within the first half. So a lovely penalty, sending the keeper the wrong way. And that puts us 3-1 up just before half time. We're hungry for another one here. A ball played over the top for Jesus on the volley straight to De Gea. Man United really need this last chance here. Montiel managed to stick a foot in though. Ball played. It's poor, but that should be the end of the first half, and it is. So we're going to be going into the second half 3-1 up after being 1-0 down. So Man United are going to have to come out attacking me, and hopefully we can maybe catch them on the counter-attack a few times with our quick front line. But Jesus, what a performance he's had so far. So we're kicking off the second half now. Like I said before, Jesus with his hat-trick. Man U really need to come out and try and grab an early goal if they want to stay in this game, but I guess bringing back when something happens. Ball here is Asensio. Driving, still driving. He puts it wide. How has he missed? He did the hard part getting into the position and then just puts it wide. That's well wide. That's a terrible effort. De Ligt bringing the ball out of defence with the through ball here. It's to Asensio. He's onside. And he manages to kill it around the keeper. And that right there is 4-1. Early in the second half, we managed to grab another goal. Man United just don't look secure or defensively, and we're just capitalising on that. So lovely ball through from De Ligt. Asensio takes a couple of touches and then just passes it past the goalkeeper. And Kunku with the chance to play a pass through here. Here's Jesus. He's with the ball, plays it through. Here's Sanderberg. Why did I chip that? Oh, that should have been 5. I tried to be too fancy and dink it over De Gea, but that was the wrong decision to do there. Soler on the counter-attack though. Ball played out wide. Here's Marco Asensio. He's running in on goal now. Can he grab another goal maybe? He's got the shot away and he scores it. We have made it 5-1 here in the Champions League final. We have run absolutely rampant over Manchester United this entire game. You kind of almost feel bad for them. Chance for Man United here. Scott McTominay whips the ball in. Oh, Rashford's effort blocked by Sanderberg. Guy with the chance here. Forward ball played over the top, but Hummels just reads it. We are approaching the back end of the game now. Man United have been out of it for the majority of this second half due to our early goal. Never really looked like getting back into the game. Martial with a chance here though. He's still got the ball they've played on. It's a good block from Montiel to deny Greenwood a chance. But Man United with the corner here. Jesus obviously did get his hat-trick in the first half, but the second half was all about Asensio. There he is on his defensive duty now, clears it away, and there it is, there's the win. We've managed to pull away with a 5-1 win over Man United here. This has to be one of the highest scoring Champions League finals in history, but we went behind and we've just turned it on since then. Man United struggled throughout this entire game. Our front line was absolutely ruthless against them, mainly Jesus, but Geddes also did his part. But the defence played well on a whole, the midfield was strong, and we just deserved this in my opinion. We just outclassed Man United. But yeah, I guess now this is over. I'll let you enjoy the celebrations.